Good morning, church family. This week I talked with both a teacher and an adult class member of some of our Sunday school classes. So let's listen in and see what they have to say about their groups.
I'm June Adams, and I attend Pat Reed's Sunday school class, and I appreciate Brother Jim giving me the opportunity to tell you why I like my Sunday school class. Pat is there early in the morning. She's there to greet us when we arrive. She already has the outline of the lesson on the chalkboard, and she uses the outline to help guide us through our Sunday school lesson, and I look forward to it because we're learning God's Word and how it applies to our life every day, and she leaves us with that so that we can apply it to our lives for our daily walk with the Lord for the following week. I have been attending Sunday school for many years, but this is one of the best classes I have been in for a long time because Pat put so much into it, and she knows the Word, and she teaches it, knows how to give it to us so that we can apply it to our lives. And I'm sure that if you would come and attend our class, then you would also be telling others why you enjoyed this class.
My name is Stanford, and I am the facilitator of a co-ed group of folks anywhere from 50-ish to 70-ish, and we meet every Sunday morning in the activities building at the old church down the road. And while we are there to grow, learn, be mature Christians and therefore more able to fulfill the purpose God has for each of us, it is also a safe haven where we can openly and honestly share the joys and the struggles of life. A long time ago, I read an article about Billy and Ruth Graham's children who were grown at the time. They were interviewing them, talking about what it was like to grow up in that family. And then they spoke about what they were doing in their lives at the time. And I'll never forget something that Ruth Graham, their third child, said. She talked about a time after she was married and had a family, and they were part of a church family, when she found that her husband was being unfaithful, which understandably tore her world apart. So she became depressed, even suicidal, and she said this: "I hid all of my pain and was afraid for anyone in my church to know about it because I thought we had to be this perfect family." And that statement really hit me hard and has never left my mind. How heartbreaking to think about someone carrying such a heavy burden and her church family being the last place that she thought she could turn to for support for fear of being judged. And Miss Graham has since used her experience to minister to others in the similar situations and communicate the truth that even the most famous Christians are not exempt from the problems that trouble most people. We all, she said, still have to work through the mess and the muck of life, and we often need help. You can't just always slap a Bible verse over a wound and expect it to heal. And listen to Ned Graham, the youngest Graham sibling, who was born 8 years after Ruth. He was also in the interview, and he related how he rebelled by turning to more than just the casual use of cocaine. And he said, "While I was embroiled in all of that, my parents were just very patient. They expressed concern and displeasure over the behavior, but never once did they make me feel that they rejected me as a person. Their love for me was always unconditional. Their home was always open, no matter what condition I was in. They gave themselves to me, and I never felt that their love was conditioned on meeting some requirement. Eventually, their grace and love were just irresistible." So we talk about this in our small group, how it should be a safe haven, a place where we don't have to put on a front or pretend that we are perfect, or our kids are perfect, our marriage is perfect, or our lives are perfect. A no judgment zone where love and friendship are unconditional, and as Ned Graham stated, grace and love are irresistible. That is the heart of the gospel and the beauty of being part of a small group. We're just a bunch of imperfect Christians who love the Lord and just going through the muck and the mess of life and helping each other along the way.
So if you're not involved in one of our Sunday morning small groups, I want to encourage you to try them out. Out on the foyer table, you'll see a Sunday morning group guide. Take that, you can look through it and see the average ages, the average class size, where the classes meet, a map of the church even. You can kind of see all that information. I'd say try several classes and see which class fits you best. So church family, let's reconnect, recommit, and regroup.